Is Michael Gaine's going to be another one of Ireland's unsolved mysteries. Let's talk about the mystery of Peter Bergmann. In June of 2009, a quiet man took a bus from Derry, Northern Ireland, to a town called Sligo, Ireland. He told people his name was Peter Bergmann, with two N's, and said that he was from Austria, but nobody really knew who he was. The address that he gave didn't exist. No country had records of somebody by that name. It turns out he had gone to great lengths to hide his real identity. Peter checked into a hotel using cash. He didn't even have ID. Everyday hotel staff saw him carrying a purple plastic bag. Every time that he left, he had that purple plastic bag, but he never returned with it. Investigators believe that he had secretly thrown away personal items all over town, making sure that nobody could identify him. He didn't talk to other guests. He kept to himself, and one day he even bought stamps and sent off letters, but nobody knows who they were to and what they said. Hotel staff noticed him acting very strange, like he didn't want to be seen doing something. He looked like he had a plan. On June the 15th, he asked for a late checkout and left the hotel with 3 bags, including that same purple one. He was seen taking a bus to Roses Point Beach, a quiet place by the sea. People who saw him thought he looked out of place. Tall, well-dressed, moving slow near the water. He didn't talk to anyone. He just kept walking along the beach, all alone. The next morning, a man and his son found Peter's body on the beach. He had died, but there was no signs of a drowning or violence. He had cancer and old problems with his heart. No pain medication was found in his body. That was strange for somebody that was sick. Even the labels were cut out of his clothes, another clue that he wanted to stay a mystery. Police searched everywhere, dumpsters, the beach, the hotel, even the local landfill, but they never found his missing items. His DNA and fingerprints were sent all over the world. Still, nobody could match him to a real person. To this day, nobody really knows who Peter Bergmann really was, and why did he come to Sligo, or what message he might have left behind. The case remains one of Ireland's greatest unsolved mysteries. Now we're going to be talking about the case of Conor and Sheila Dwyer, also missing from Ireland. They were an older couple, very quiet. They lived in County Cork, Ireland. In April of 1991, they suddenly disappeared. They were last seen on April 30th at a funeral near their home. On May the 1st, Sheila spoke to her 2 sisters on the phone. Everything seemed normal, but after that, no one heard from them ever again. When Sheila's sisters couldn't reach her for her birthday on May the 19th, they got worried. On May the 22nd, they went to the Dwyer house and found it locked with no sign of Conor or Sheila, or their white Toyota car. They called the police. Inside the house, everything looked normal. There was no sign of a struggle. Clothes, passports, and money were all still there. Even a pair of glasses were neatly placed on the couch. However, their car was gone. Conor had worked as a plumber and a chauffeur for a rich German man named Fritz Wolf. Sheila was a kind of well-dressed stay-at-home mom. She was a homemaker. They had 2 grown sons who lived in the UK. The couple were happy. They were close. They had no problems. Police searched rivers, quarries, and the land, but nothing was found. There were a few people who claimed to have seen the couple in other countries, but those leads didn't go anywhere. Over the years, rumors spread. Some thought Conor had disappeared once before, but had come back. Others believed the rich man Conor worked for might have had something to do with their disappearance. They thought it was shady, but there was no proof. Then in 2012, a different mystery was solved in the same town. William Fenezy, a man who vanished in 1990, was found in his driver's seat in the river in his car. His body was still inside. He had been missing for over 22 years. This made people wonder, could something similar have happened to Conor and Sheila? Some believe the Dwyers might have accidentally driven into that very same river. Back then, no barriers were near the water. Blackwater River was deep. It was wide. It had a strong current. If the car went in, it would have been swept away and hidden underneath all this time. Now, over 30 years later, Conor and Sheila would be in their 90s. Are they still alive? Their sisters have passed away, and their sons are still left with no answers. Is Michael Gaine going to be another one of Ireland's unsolved mysteries? We've already talked about some of Ireland's most mysterious cases, like Peter Bergmann, the mysterious man who checked into a hotel in Sligo in 2009. He used a fake name and address. He was later found dead on the beach, having carefully removed all his labels from his clothing and left no trace of his true identity behind. Then there's the heartbreaking case of Conor and Sheila Dwyer, the elderly couple from Fermor who vanished in 1991 while walking to a funeral. Despite years of searching, no trace of them or their car has ever been found. Both of these stories left behind more questions than answers, no suspects. Now in 2025, we're watching the timeline of another disturbing, mysterious case unfold. Michael Gaine, Ireland, Unsolved Mysteries, is the title that asks hard questions. Will Michael Gaine be next? His disappearance has shocked his community and left investigators scrambling for answers. Just like Bergmann and the Dwyers, Gaine's case could become another name on the list of Ireland's most puzzling unsolved mysteries.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.